There we go. All right. Hopefully everything is working. So, welcome to our Wednesday night free necklace call. I still call it a call, even though it's a Zoom. And this is going to drive me crazy. I'm going to take off my jacket because it's hiding my beautiful necklace. So, my name is Carolyn, for those of you that I've never met. And I love doing these events just because when I first heard about Park Lane, I was like, talk to the hand. I didn't want to know. And then after I found out what I'm about to tell you guys, I was like, oh, tell me more. So I'm just going to tell you right from the beginning, if you've ever thought about doing something like this, it's so fun. And you can actually get started for as little as $129. And with that, you get to pick out normally $500 in jewelry, but tonight is like the last night of the month for us. It's the end of our extra special where you get an extra 200. So right now, I just want you to listen with an open heart and an open mind because you could literally have a business for $129 and get to pick out $700 in jewelry. So, um, let's talk about why you might even want to do something like this. So I started when I was much younger. My kids, I only had one at the time. He was a little baby. And I was a stay-at-home mom, and I thought this would just be something fun to like fill my time with because honestly, I was bored. And I thought, I thought extra money would be nice, but I didn't really have any goals. And then we started going out to eat more often. And then I was able to pay off some bills. And in my 30s, my first husband actually passed away, and I had two kids by this time. And by this time, I had built up my business to where I could actually stay home with my kids and just sell jewelry while I was a single mom for a couple years. And then I remarried, and I've also done it while working a full-time job. But it was so great to be able to pay off debt. It was so great to be able to take my kids out for ice cream after school. I don't know if you've ever been in that place where you're like so budgeted, you're like, oh no, we can't go get ice cream. That was me as a young mom. There were months when it was that tight, but if I had a good jewelry party the night before, I'd be like, yeah, I want to get ice cream. So it just is nice to have that extra wiggle room in the budget. But then I also found that I love the people. I love all the ladies that are on this Zoom right now. Whoever invited you, I love her. We're all on the same team. They're some of my best friends. And it gave me like a social life that I did not have before. And so now, fast forward 20 some years later, actually 18 years later, my previous company closed, and it was during the pandemic. And a lot of companies I know struggled during that time. But Park Lane had their best year ever during 2020 because they taught their people how to pivot and to do virtual things like this, Facebook Lives, Zooms. And when I joined Park Lane after my other company closed, I learned how to do a good Facebook party. And oh my goodness, that's how my business took off because I was able to meet people in places all over the country. If you think you have a small circle, well, I had a small circle when I started my first jewelry business, but at each party I met one or two new people that wanted to get free jewelry, and so that's how I met new people. Well, when that company closed and I switched over to Park Lane, it was like my circle was small again because my people were in-person shoppers, not online shoppers. But because of everything Park Lane offers, that's how I met new people. And because of the virtual party, I was able to get out of my circle, out of my neighborhood, out of my state, and meet people all over the country. I know Melissa would say the same thing. I can only see Melissa and Barbara in the top of my screen, but I know they do parties with people all over the country. And it's so much fun. So, a little bit about Park Lane. As far as the company, they've been around since the 50s. We actually just started our 70th year of business. So you hear about these companies out there, they're like, oh, get in on this groundbreaking opportunity, ground floor level, blah, blah, blah. Well, I got in when it was that they were in like their 65th or 66th year. And our team has just taken off. They're completely family owned and operated. They are rock solid. They are never going to switch to an affiliate model. Our CEO just told us that. They are all about people. And they only keep 2% of the profits for themselves, and the rest they pour back into the programs for you and me. And that is why we have the most generous sale, the most generous compensation plan, the best trips. Multiple people on this call have earned the Mercedes car bonus, and some drive Mercedes, and some take the $500 cash bonus each month. It's just an amazing company to work for. So that's a little bit about the people. I guess I should tell you, it's owned by three Levine brothers. Their parents started it in the 50s, and then they purchased it in the early 2000s, and their kids already work in the home office. So it's a truly family owned and operated business. We don't have to answer to shareholders or anything like that. So that is really nice. Let's talk about the product. I mean, it's jewelry. Put a J in the comments if you already love jewelry, and put I don't know, put a question mark if you're kind of like, jewelry's not, I don't know that jewelry's really my thing. So jewelry was not really my thing when I first started as a because I was a young mom. I just stayed home. I thought I didn't need jewelry. But I learned that if I put on a pair of earrings and a necklace, people would compliment me. And that really built my confidence. And it also helped me meet new people and increased my circle, which was so nice. But specifically, Park Lane's jewelry, it's all lead free, nickel free, cadmium free, and hypoallergenic. We have tons of designer inspired pieces. So like this necklace I'm wearing right now, I won't even say the designer name because I know this is going to go on YouTube. I don't want anybody to be like, bah, she's saying other designers. But the actual designer that this is modeled after, theirs is thousands of dollars. I think ours retails for 78, and then our customers can get it for half price. So we have tons of things that look like, I guess I can say that look like Tiffany, Van Cleef, Cartier, uh, gobs of other designer names I've never even heard of before. Other people have, but I've never shopped designers. But we have a lot of dainty delicates. We have designer inspirations. So we have career wear, we have natural stones, things that appeal to every woman, every age and stage of her life. And we have all price points. I mean, you can get jewelry for $26 or you can get jewelry that's close to $200, but nobody ever has to pay the $200 price tag because of our amazing sale. Plus, our jewelry is all guaranteed with a no exclusion guarantee. So if it breaks for any reason in the first 4 months, they replace it. After that, it's just $10 plus shipping, as long as it's still in the collection. And if it's no longer in the collection, they'll let you pick out something new if it was from a purchase within the last year for that $10 replacement charge. So I love our guarantee, but my favorite thing about Park Lane are the programs. So how many of you, you have a friend on here that has invited you, you've seen her earn free jewelry or earn a trip or something like that. Or maybe you've been a hostess and you've earned free jewelry yourself. Or maybe you've been a customer and you've shopped the sale. So I guess put an S if you've shopped the sale, put an H if you've been a hostess, put a T if you've seen your friend earn a trip. You can do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you what Park Lane does for three very specific types of people: the customer, the hostess, and the stylist. And you can be all three of these people when you become a stylist. So our customers, this is really what sold me in the beginning. They always get to shop a buy two, get four at half price sale. And the two items they pay full price for are their least expensive items. So I don't even have a super good example on here. This is a good example. Like this Lovey bracelet. This is like $38. That's a good full price item. A pair of $26 earrings is a great full price item. These earrings are called We. They come in a 3-pack. So they get like the gold, the silver, and the hematite. I think they're $44. I usually help my customers get that for half price. So it's $22 for 3 pairs of earrings. Women love. Tell me, give me some hearts or put an L if you love getting a good deal. I mean, it just feels so good to walk out of a store or leave a website going, man, I saved more money than I spent. So that is what Park Lane sale does for us. It gives us this happy hormone of like, oh, I am a deal finder. So we get to do the buy two, get four at half price sale. Plus when they spend 90, we can pretty much bank on the fact that they can get at least one expensive item for $35. That could be an impression bracelet. That could be, I didn't bring any good examples over here. This isn't a very good example. This is our Arcadia bracelet. At half price, this would be like a 40 some dollar item. but you could get them a $200 item for their half price item or for their $35 item. It's so much fun. And through tonight, our customers can actually get two of those expensive items for 35. So that keeps your people coming back. And then Park Lane does extra things like style drops. They'll drop like a limited edition impression color that our customers can get for $35 with any $40 purchase. And that gets everybody excited. They want to come back and shop with you. They had a wish list anyways, but they didn't really have a reason to buy. But now they want this special color. And so now they're ready to place an order. And it just makes shopping with you as a stylist fun because your friends are like, ooh, there's my friend Shannon. I like her. She just dropped this cute bracelet. I want to get that bracelet. So my previous jewelry company did not have even an itty bitty bit inkling of this excitement when it came to like sales. I had to come up with sales and promotions and freebies. Park Lane does that for us. We also have a Sparkle Box our customers can subscribe to. It's just a fun place to shop. And so that makes it a fun place to be a rep for because they're providing all this content that you can put out there to show your people. The second person that they totally, I use the word spoil. Some people think that's a bad word. Take good care of, love on, hostesses. When you love the sale or you love the jewelry or you love both and you decide to host your own party or your friend decides to host a party with you, she's going to get 4 half price items. She's going to get an expensive item for $35. She's going to get free credit for every single order placed on that party. $20 free for each order, big or small, orders 1 through 9. As soon as she gets to 10 orders, Park Lane doubles it to $40 per order. So she gets $400 in free jewelry when she has 10 orders. That is amazing. Plus, if her friends book from her, I shouldn't say if, when, I should say when, because typically somebody wants to have their own party. She gets an extra expensive item at their party for $35 because that person booked from her. We also have two $50 awards we can give our hostesses. I like to incentivize them. If they have 10 people there in person, I'll give them 50. Or if they get 2 future bookings, I'll give them 50. That is, we call them fast 50s. As a stylist, we just pay $10 a piece for those. For our hostess to get an extra $50. And it's just amazing to have that tool in your tool belt to be able to offer that to help your business and to help your hostess. And that is what keeps your business going. The party plan that Park Lane has is the secret sauce. The sale is the secret sauce for your customers, but then the party plan is the secret sauce to help you meet new people. Because, I mean, if you're sitting there thinking, gosh, I might only know 2, 3, 4, 5 people that would even have a party for me. Well, that's where I started. In my first company, I had 5 people that helped me. And when I switched to this company, I had 0. It took me over a month to find anybody that would have a party with me. But that's because I didn't really try for a month. I signed up and I really wasn't sure I was going to do this. Here I am 4 years later. I'm doing it. So your hostesses, the customers they take care of. And then when you become a stylist, that's the real honey hole. That's where you can shop the customer sale on a party in your own name where you're getting the hostess rewards. And now you get to make the commission. You also can earn not 1, but 2 luxury travel trips every year. I have my Cancun shirt right here because this is the trip that they just announced we can earn. And we have all the way through the end of May to earn this trip. If you join tonight, you could earn this trip. We get double points for the next month off of everything you turn in. I've earned trips before in 2 out of the 5-month period. It is so attainable because you do not have to be a certain level to earn these trips. Anyone can earn these trips. We also have a Mercedes car program. If you earn the car, you can take the car, or if you don't want the car, you can take a $500 a month cash bonus. Also, if you earn the trip and you don't want the trip, you can cash out on the trip. They only give you $1,000. But my previous company, if you didn't go on the trip, you just lost it. How much do you have to sell to earn trips? It all depends, Brandy. That's a really good question. It takes a certain number of points to get the trip, and you earn points from your sales, plus anyone who joins your team during the trip contest, you earn their points too. So if you had 5 friends join you right away, you wouldn't have to sell nearly as much because you'd be earning your points and their points for the whole trip contest. If you waited until May to have people join your team, you'd have to sell more because you would only be earning your points through April. I hope that makes sense. But it is attainable. And Barbara Davis, she's on here. She earned a trip for 2 to Zurich, Switzerland. She and I are going to Zurich in August. And then a number of us are going to St. Thomas in March. So Parkland, their trips are amazing. They cover your airfare and everything. We get paid weekly. We make commission off the full and the half price items. So when I first heard about the sale, I was like, wait a second, half price items, that means I'm not going to make anything. No, you make commission off of the half price items also. So I love that. And everyone in Park Lane earns at least 30% commission. That's our baseline. That's where you start. As you promote or build a team, you can get all the way up to where you're earning 50% and you never go backwards. So your first 5% raise comes if you just have one friend join you. You can get a 5% raise. And if that friend gets out next year, you get to keep your 5% raise and you get to keep your title. So you never go backwards in Park Lane. And I love that. Should you decide to build a team, you get paid infinitely deep off of your team. There's no breakaways. I have notes here, but I'm like way off my notes because I've done this so many times. So I should make sure I'm not. Oh, we can earn free jewelry. We can earn over $1,100 in free jewelry every single month with our Rich Rewards Club, plus extra specials. If you guys saw that Valentine bracelet that dropped last week, a bunch of us earned that for free before it was ever even available. And that's one of the most fun things. Oh, Barbara Davis, she's wearing hers. I bet she's all decked out in her Chiefs gear. She is. But we get to earn so much free jewelry, and that's how we're able to give away so much free jewelry. And if you're in somebody's VIP group and you think, gosh, she gives away a lot of stuff, I bet most of that stuff she gives away, she earned for free because we can be our own hostess as many times as we want, and we can earn free jewelry just through Park Lane's programs every single month. So it's kind of a no-lose situation. So if you're sitting in there and you're thinking, what's the catch? There really is no catch. We have no quotas. We don't pay a monthly website fee. We don't even pay to process credit cards. When we take orders through the website, Park Lane covers our credit card processing fee. Anything you turn in by Wednesday, you get a direct deposit by Tuesday. They've already done all the math. It's so, so good. So if you have decided you want to give this a try, I'm going to get to that question here in just a second. I'll read it in a second. We have 3 different kit options. I shared at the beginning, but you might not have been on then. It's $129 for our basic kit. That gets you your website for an entire year. So every year you choose to stay in after that, you will pay $129 to renew your website fee. But when you're a brand new stylist with that $129, you also get to pick out $500 in jewelry. And through tonight, it's $700. So if you decide to sign up tonight, don't be stressed out. You don't have to pick your jewelry tonight. You have a week to pick out your jewelry. But you can sign up, pick out your jewelry in the next few days, and then me or Barbara or Rayanne or whoever the leader is that helped invite you here, we will help launch you. And to your question, I don't even know okay. How do people sell 2 independent sales without confusing people? You already sell Red Aspen. You just said you don't have a website. No, we don't have a monthly website fee. So like once you sign up, you have your website for an entire year. So we don't pay monthly, but in a year, if you choose to stay in, you do pay to renew your website at that point, but it's just a one-time payment and then you're good for a whole year. We have no monthly quotas. You don't have to do anything to stay active. And that $129 fee, I kind of appreciate because if people, it makes it to where we don't have a bazillion people here that are in this business just because it's free. And they're just giving their discount away to everybody because there are companies out there where people have to meet a quota. And so they're giving away their discounts to be able to hit their quota. And it makes it harder to be a salesperson. But if there's at least some sort of an investment, that keeps it to where it's people that actually want to do this business that do it. Most people aren't going to pay $129 a year just to get a discount on their jewelry. But you said, how do you sell multiple things without confusing people? I only sell the one thing, but I have girls on our team. We have Kristen, she sells, I don't even know if I should say, but she sells a nail thing. It's not red aspen. And she also sells a cosmetic brand. And she also sells jewelry. And she is a top performer in all three companies, but she is a hustler. So there is I'm not going to lie, it takes a certain amount of extra, hustle wanting to do that. You could have it in two separate groups if that helps. Park Lane has no rules against doing multiple companies. So if it's Park Lane's way, you could do all of your sales in one group if you wanted to. But most people I have seen, they do one thing in one group and they do one thing in another group. So that's totally up to you. But yeah, we've got other ladies on here who sell health and wellness items also. But since jewelry doesn't really conflict, and I mean, hello, my nails are done, and your nails just make your jewelry look better. So I think they complement each other. Oh, Melissa, she says she runs two online businesses, and she does. That's right. She has two separate VIP groups. So back to the kits. Sorry, I'm easily distracted. 129 gets you $700 in jewelry. Our business size kit is $229. That with that, you get to pick out $1,000 in jewelry. But right now it's $1,200 if you sign up before midnight. And then our boss kit is $439. With that, you get to pick out $2,000 in jewelry normally. But right now it'd be $2,200 with the extra 200. I recommend doing either the smaller, the medium kit. Even if you want the big kit, and save a couple $100 and place a couple orders on your very first party, because you can max out that customer sale and get the bonus items on your own party and then get the hostess credit and then make your commission back on it. And then you can get whatever jewelry you want. And it's just so much fun. So I'm going to drop our little, what's it called? Survey in the chat. Make sure you click on that and fill it out. That gets you into our drawing for the free necklace tonight. And should you decide you want to sign up tonight, you could reach out to your stylist and tell her, okay, I'm ready. I'll give this thing a try. Because really $129, you can make that back in one party. $229, you could probably make that back in one party, maybe two if your first party is small. But oftentimes we help you make that back in your very first party. But you can reach out to her, or if she's not available, you can literally go to parklanejewelry.com, click join, and then when it asks who your recruiter is, you just type her name in and there she is. So it's so fun. But there is a secret word. You have to have a secret word when you fill out the survey. And the secret word for tonight, we'll just make it Cancun, Cancun, since that is the newest trip they launched. And that's how we'll know you are really here. And you'll go into our drawing. Everyone that fills out that survey by midnight tomorrow goes into our drawing. And a lot of questions I get have to do with like graphics and training. We have amazing training on this team. We do tons of videos where we share our own screen and show you how to do things. We show you, like, you see the nice, neat side of my office. When you're a stylist, I show you the messy side of my office. You get to know our team really well. It's an amazing group of women to be involved in. And we even have a graphic designer that makes our pictures for us. So there is so much that you can just copy and paste. And then we teach you how to do all the other stuff. So I'm going to stop the recording real quick. And I'm going to stop the stream. That way, if